our kids in our schools, in CPS, and their families. So it should represent, that board makeup should represent the students and families of CPS. So in order to do that, you would have to use the demographics of CPS versus the city's demographics.
Vanessa, what are some of the more specific needs that you see for Latino students and parents?
Well, we have been working for some months ago, for so long, for a couple of months ago. And I want to say that all the parents, we agree that if the school board is not representative as the CPS demographic, that means they're not going to know the needs of the students. When I said the needs of the student, I'm thinking about how you're going to know what a bilingual program needs, what the students from diverse learning are going to need, what else do the students need. That's why we need board members that it is known that if the board members know the community, they're going to represent them better because they know their needs.
So you would say those programs were going to suffer from lack of resources?
That's correct.
Jessica, Kids First Hand has also pointed to issues with non-citizens' ability to participate in the board. What are those issues?
Well, as the law is written, non-citizens can neither run to be a school board member nor vote in the process, which is very different from local school council elections, where immigration status doesn't play a role. Anyone can vote or run in their local school councils. So this is, we're calling for something similar for elected school board to function the same way, for everyone to be able to run and vote regardless of immigration status.
Okay, what effects do you see if that doesn't happen and if everything continues the same way?
Then you have a large portion of CPS students and families not represented in the electoral process and the ability to elect their school board representatives. And with both having fewer districts allocated to the Latino community and non-citizens not being able to participate, that's going to take a big blow on Latino representation in the elected school board.
Vanessa, in the current plan, is it accessible for parents actually to run for these positions?
I don't think so, no. Absolutely not, especially because there's not going to be compensation or any type of stipend for the parents. If we're talking about parents running for those kind of seats or those positions in the elected school board, we're talking about parents who are low-income parents. They're not going to be able to run, especially if there is not limits in the spending, in the campaign spending, because then the money is going to dictate who's going to win, and then parents don't have any chance at all.
They won't have a voice.
They won't have a voice.
Jessica, what is Kids First asking from lawmakers?
We're asking them to have a transparent and inclusive process in the creation of the electoral districts for the elected school board. We're asking for fair racial representation in the creation of those districts. We're asking for non-citizen participation, for campaign spending limits, and we're also asking for it to all of this so that parents can be represented on the board, both serve and run and vote, and so that their students, their kids, can get the resources that parents know that they need.
And what would be the next course of action for the group?
So we're waiting to see if another map is released by the legislators, and we're waiting to see what that map is going to look like. If they did take into account public feedback, which was to increase the districts for Latino communities by 2 while maintaining the 7 districts for the Black community and reducing the districts for the white community by 2. So after, we'll see what happens if they release a new map. If they do, and it's what the public has asked for, then we'll be really happy with that. And if they don't, then we'll have to keep making our voices be heard, giving the platform to parents so that they can voice their priorities.
Vanessa, are you hopeful that we will eventually see a new map?
Yes, I think they're going to publish the second draft I'm hopeful that they're going to listen to what the public is saying, especially if we are thinking that they're going to be fair, like we're asking them to be. So I'm hopeful, but we'll see.
Only time will tell.
That's correct.
For now, I want to thank both of you for joining us today. Thank you, Jessica Cañas and Vanessa Espinosa. And we'll be back with more Chicago Tonight Latino Voices right after this. Don't go anywhere. Selena Quintanilla died nearly 30 years ago, but her star still burns bright in the sky of Latin music despite her relatively short career. This weekend, the Queen of Tejano music is being celebrated with a performance at the National Museum of Mexican Art in Chicago. Chicago Tonight's Nick Blumberg visited the rehearsal.
Selena's live performances are legendary. At the National Museum of Mexican Art in Pilsen, a group of performers and drag artists are bringing that legend to life for Chicago audiences.
They can expect a lot of red lipstick, bangs, a lot of spins. No, but I'm just joking. They can expect just great memories. I think it's super important that we continue to keep her legacy alive.
That legacy is a big part of performer Angelicia Maria's life. While she was living in Texas, she went to an event for Selena fans.
And that was the first time I ever dressed up completely with hair, makeup, everything. And the reaction that I got from people that love Selena was just so positive, and believe it or not, she helped me find who I am as a woman.
Now, as a seasoned performer who frequently pays tribute to Selena, Maria helps other people find themselves.
People come out to me. A lot of people tell me that they feel something seeing me perform, and they feel comfortable enough to tell me certain things. I've had a few people come out to me as transgender after performing, and it's a beautiful moment.
The Selena tribute is held most years as part of the museum's Sor Juana Festival, which celebrates Mexican and Mexican-American women.
Her perseverance and being able to accomplish so much coming from not that much is very, very hard to do. She was a great representation of a lot of Mexican-American people.
Lily Beth Areola says this event is a chance for the museum to honor Selena as both a musician and an icon to the LGBTQ+ community.
We try to make sure that people in our community feel supported and feel heard and feel right at home when they come in through our doors.
At a time when anti-drag and anti-trans legislation is spreading quickly in other states, performer Angelicia Maria says shows like the Selena tribute are a dance party and a demonstration.
It's important for us to embrace it and be as loud, as beautiful, and as vibrant as we can, just because there are people that are being suppressed right now. So I think we celebrate a lot harder.
For Chicago Tonight Latino Voices, I'm Nick Blumberg.
Well, tickets for this weekend's Bidi Bidi Boom Boom, the Selena tribute dance party, are now sold out. But if you missed it this time, the party is on the museum's regular features. Visit our website for a link to their events page. Well, that's going to be our show for tonight. Be sure to check out WTTW.com/news for the very latest from the WTTW News. While you're there, make sure to visit our list of 5 things to do this weekend. And if you're watching us on Friday night, know that you can also catch Latino Voices and Black Voices on Saturdays beginning at 6 p.m. And don't forget also to tune into Noticias Univision Chicago every weekday morning. I'll be waiting for you at 5 and 6. And before we go, we'll share a look at the 13-foot-tall muñeca Lele when she visited Daily Plaza earlier this week. Lele represents the cultural heritage of the state of Querétaro and is traveling throughout the city as part of Mexico Week in Chicago. Now, for all of us here at Chicago Tonight Latino Voices, I'm Alex Hernandez. Muy buenas noches.
Closed captioning is made possible by Robert A. Clifford and Clifford Law Offices, a Chicago personal injury and wrongful death firm that is proud to recognize its 18 attorneys selected for the 2023 Super Lawyers List.
Migrant crisis hits fever pitch here as Title 42 expires on the border. Brandon Johnson gets ready to take the oath of office on Monday, and Blackhawks fans are swept up in Connor Bedard mania. All that and more on the Weekend Review tonight at 7.
Next time,
You're going to be acting?
Yes.
as the team gets involved with a play,
All this amazement, can I qualify?
the leading man is murdered.
The killer must have poured the poison while he was out.
Father Brown.
Saturday at 7 on WTTW.
Next time,
A single stab wound.
when a man is murdered, it seems to be an open and shut case.
I didn't mean to stab him.
But Neville doesn't think so.
I just find it odd that Marianne's first instinct was to grab a knife.
Death in Paradise.
Saturday at 8 on WTTW.
The